All right, guys, what's going on? It's your boy Mike Lowy. I'm back February 7th. I just want to talk real quick before we get started. KSM Trading again, YouTube, Mikey Trades 23. Feel free to like and subscribe as well while we're at it. So I want to give a quick tip on just like how profitable, or how crazy the market is, like the power of the market. So in a sense, it's like the journey is so hard to become a profitable trader, but it's so rewarding at the end. Like you
Guys,
may
real
go.
quick, I just realized I said at the end is worth it. I want you to know that there is no end. There's no limit. You can go to the moon
So
for
rewarding at
more.
the end. Like you may go from, let's say you start with $200, you may grow that 200 to 500, and then you may go down to 100, and you gotta take baby steps to get there. You take small wins. You don't always try to find that 100% trade. Just be consistent. Take your time. It's a marathon. You have plenty of time. If you take 2 years into learning and accepting the L's, there's a lot of mental, emotional ups and downs with trading, and it will test you. It will test your character of who you are. There's no one else to blame but yourself when it comes to trading. It tests your greed. So there's just in general, I don't want to keep getting into it too deep, but just in general, it's very rewarding once you stick with it and break out, right? 2 years of studying hard and learning the market, watching the market move every day, or work 20 years for someone else and retire and get a little pension when you can make that in a year. So, something to think about. We get into the video now. What we got over here was today's trades. Excuse me, today's trades. We just had NVIDIA. I loaded calls in the morning because I was like, I thought for a second it might go up, right? So I had these on here. We loaded. Initial entry was right here, and then this was what was that level? Yeah, about 129.42. So I put in the chat to use 129.40 as a stop loss, right? So that's like a super. I mean, that's a super tight stop loss. Um, so again, it never came back down to that stop loss. So entered here, added on this retrace a little pullback, and I already had this previous resistance drawn out. This was a major resistance from before, as you can see. So yeah, I could have put it a little. I could have put it a little higher, a bit more pinpoint. But we started wicking, right, and these were the indicators to sell. But I had hope, right? I was like, oh, that was my idea of I got my stop loss set, just a morning trade, nothing crazy. And then sure enough, just big red candles. So that is where I stopped out. Obviously, I believe everyone in the chat stopped out there, and yeah, I was waiting for that break of 130. That would have been nice. So stopped out hard, and then after that, I saw Nvidia or SPX as well. So if we look at it, let's do this. All right, so if you look at the screen, right, you got SPX and you have Nvidia. So they work. I mean, they don't work hand in hand, but the direction helps you determine the other's direction. But you can see, I mean, Nvidia still did fall. Like we could have stayed in puts after we stopped out of the calls because I entered puts right here. But with all this choppiness right here, I just sold. That was 5, 10, 15. That was like a half hour of just mental sticking it. I mean, all the way to, yeah, that's about an hour. 9:50 to 10:25, 10:30. So I just took my loss on Nvidia. I didn't really care. And then this happened on SPX, and we were like, oh yeah, definitely getting in. So right away we got this huge drop. We could just actually go full screen on it now. So I mean, SPY works as well. SPY and SPX work the same, just so you guys know. Um, So yeah, we got this huge bearish candle. Waited for a retrace. We got. I'm pretty sure that's like exactly 50% of that candle. Excuse me. That's exactly 50%. So that was a beautiful retrace. And then that was the next leg down. So this is where we entered puts. We entered puts here. Came down, came back up. We entered some more. We were pretty much entering puts throughout this consolidation phase, right? And then the second it tanked like this, right at these wicks is when we were calling it out. So I called out SPX and NVIDIA puts, and I said the market was insane. And then as I was watching it, it just tanked. So I typed in the chat first. I was like, fire. And then I sold my position. I said, I'm out. And that's all we needed for the day. And that made me back I made back a couple thousand on that. So, you know, the market is fun. The market is a fun thing. And that's all I got for you guys today. I hope it helps. And I'll be making more videos soon. Thank you.